Thank you so much to Boxu for sponsoring this video. More on them in a bit. Oh my God, it feels like my childhood is coming back to me. Like I cleared out the snack section, and this is like the kind of snacks that I'd have in my lunchbox when I was in school. I've got like Joe Louis and Gushers and the Half Moons, like this is all of it. And I'm excited to try some of these because I want to turn these basic childhood kind of snacks that I loved into like a really elegant dessert. That's the vibe. Let's see if I can actually do it. I'm gonna try Joe Louis first because I feel like that was always like one of my favorites. Kind of tastes like childhood, but like not as good as I remember. These I definitely love. Little strawberry like wafer cookies. Not overrated at all.
Really? The Joe Louis was overrated, but not those?
I love these. What about with these flaky guys? Adult me likes it kind of better than the Joe Louis. I'm hoping I can get something with as many components as possible so that way I can like break them apart. Okay, this is a Whippet, so it's a marshmallow and chocolate cookie. I just like a cold s'mores. I don't mind the flavors. And I feel like the chocolate and the marshmallow and the cookie, I could break apart and definitely do something with it. Okay, I feel like I've already got some ideas, but I really want to throw like a curveball in there and try like a Gusher or Fruit by the Foot. Oh my God. It's really sweet, really chewy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I really want to try. Okay, I think I'm gonna do Fruit by the Foot, the Whippets, and the strawberry cookies and try to combine all three into something. I'm gonna use every single component of all three desserts. I wanna make like a multi-layered dessert, kind of like you see on like The Art of Chocolate. That's what it's called, right? School chocolate. School chocolate. Oh my God, the crazy desserts they made. I bought these molds. They're kind of shaped in the shape of a strawberry. So I feel like I'm gonna go with like a strawberry cheesecake vibe. Layer one, I'm gonna do a cookie. I'm gonna use the strawberry wafer cookie mixed with the Whippet cookie. Layer two, I'm gonna do a strawberry rhubarb compote. I'm hoping the rhubarb's gonna cut the sweetness a little bit, but I'm gonna make it using the Fruit by the Foot as well. And then the strawberry mousse, I figure I can use the marshmallow and the cream from the strawberry and add that in and kind of create like a mousse with it. And then the final layer before the glaze goes on is gonna be like a non-baked chocolate cheesecake using this chocolate. I feel like all the flavors are gonna complement really nicely. I'm hoping it's gonna look really cool and we can do like a mirror glaze on top and something really fancy. But I have to get started because there's like 5 recipes. Thankfully, I actually have a lot of strawberries in the fridge because I just went shopping this week. So I'm gonna use those to make a mousse. Now, I've never actually made a mousse before. This channel is kind of good for that. It just keeps challenging me to make a bunch of stuff that I've never made before. The complicated part is like, can I combine it with like the Whippet and the cookies and enough of those so it's not just like, it's a mousse with like a little bit, like enough of it, you know? So I'm supposed to bloom my gelatin. The recipe calls for powdered and I had gelatin in the cupboard, but it just looks like crystallized. So I don't know if it's the right thing or not, but we're gonna go with it. Is it plugged in?
No.
Kevin, you have one job.
I'm not sure if I asked you this yet, but why did you use the big one? Because you specifically requested the big one. I think you just like to see me struggle to clean it.
This isn't pureeing.
Did I ask you why you used the
Kevin!
big one?
Okay, I will give you that. It is working better. So you were a little bit right.
Huh.
It pureed, wow. I want to try to get all my chocolate separated for my cheesecake layer. And then I'm gonna need my marshmallow separated for my strawberry mousse layer. And then the cookie separated for my cookie layer. So this is the recipe with vanilla, but then we're gonna add that. I have no idea how the cream and marshmallow is gonna come together. I'm just gonna put it in. We're hoping it's gonna be okay, because that took way too long to take everything apart. And some vanilla bean paste, and then just whip it up.
You're gonna whip the Whippets?
Yeah, I'm gonna whip the Whippets. So far the marshmallows are just swirling around in the cream, but I'm hoping that it'll come together. I'm gonna add my melted gelatin to it and re-whip that up, and I think we just add our strawberries and we're done with this layer. So I'm on my way to making strawberry butter. Okay, from what I know about cream, you can't overmix it because otherwise you get butter. But it said to mix my cream for 8 minutes. So I was like, okay. I set the timer after 2 minutes. I'm like, those peaks are looking pretty stiff. I should probably turn it off. I'm thinking the combination of the cream and the marshmallow with the other cream just like made it mix faster, and it's just It's turned into strawberry butter. I have to start this part over, deconstruct more of the cookies and everything, but I think I have a better plan. I think this time I'm gonna let the cream be the cream and not add anything to the cream. And then I'm gonna add my cookie cream and my marshmallow to my strawberries and kind of melt it and mix that together. So that's kind of by itself and this is by itself, and I can fold it together. Really wishing I would have figured this out the first time, because this already looks a million times better and like it's gonna work. Now I'm just supposed to fold these two layers together.
I can almost hear your heart beating. You're so nervous about this.
I really am. Surprisingly, the second time around only took us like a half hour to get everything fully done. So we'd already gone through all the steps. We already had everything out. But yeah, I'm a bit freaked out right now. I don't want to overmix. That looks really good. Gonna need a setup, but I'm super curious how it tastes. Oh wow. Okay, well that's really, really, really yummy. Strawberry, creamy, not too sweet. I kind of want to just eat this as the whole dessert. And you said you didn't think these looked like strawberries, but look, it's like little strawberry seeds.
Oh yeah, I was like, what is she talking about, strawberries?
Yeah.
That could be like igloos or silos or yurts or...
Yurts?
Yeah, yurt.
I'm just gonna fully fill this and make sure I'm tapping out all the air bubbles.
Why don't you put that in a piping bag?
It's a good idea, Kevin, because this is gonna take too long like this. Oh yeah, look at that going. Look at you, knowing more about cake things than I do.
Where's my pat on the back?
There you go. Okay, I feel like this is gonna work great. I feel like my fruit by the foot doesn't match what else is going on the table. This layer, I'm gonna do a fruit compote. I wanted to blend my strawberries with some rhubarb though, because I feel like the rhubarb is gonna add that tartness that's missing from the dessert. I feel like everything is so strawberry and candy and sweet, and we just need a bit of rhubarb to help balance that out. But I've never cooked with rhubarb before. Very interesting looking.
Why don't you take a bite?
A bite? I don't think you're supposed to eat raw rhubarb.
Why?
I don't think people eat raw rhubarb. Cut my chunks up out really small. I want the fruit by the foot to be a big player in this, like all the other things. So I'm not doing much fruit, and it's a strawberry flavored fruit by the foot. Kevin requested more fruit by the foot.
I did no such thing.
You did?
You're just saying this so that if this whole recipe messes up, you can blame it on me.
We all mess up, Kevin.
Not all of us, sorry.
I'm just gonna add everything in together. I've got some water with a little bit of lime juice and a bit of sugar. Honestly, I feel like I'm not even gonna put in all that sugar because I'm very nervous about it being sweet with the candy in there. I'm so curious how this is gonna taste with like 2 of these fruit by the foots in there. Normal day in the office, just mixing in fruit and candy. I'm just gonna sit here and stir this for a while. I let that simmer for like 45 minutes and I added some gelatin in it so that way I could actually cut out a little circle and let it completely cool in the fridge. I did put a piece of parchment underneath, so I feel like I should be able to arguably lift it up, but oh, I can't. Oh my God, that's so weird. I've got a little like jam patty. Also, I tried it and oh my God, it's actually really good because I didn't use too much sugar, so I feel like the fruit by the foot really complemented to add those sugars into it, and I added more rhubarb than strawberry, which you would usually do with rhubarb strawberry jam, but this is extra tart, which is gonna complement with the other flavors, so I'm feeling good about it. And now I just wanna cut out a little jam circle. There we go, look how cute that is. That's gonna go perfect with the mousse. I'm loving that. I feel like I can start creating my cookie layer because I wanna cut the cookie layer the exact same size so they're kind of like stacked one on top of each other. I'm gonna chop all the chocolate off the cookie because I feel like I definitely don't want any of that into my combo base, but I wanna mix this cookie with the pink cookie. And I feel like that's gonna blend really well together. Got them separated, so I'm gonna add this into my blender, and I feel like I want it to be like a 50-50 mix. Wow. Look at that. That worked pretty good. Okay, I'm just gonna add some melted butter into my little cookie base because I feel like, you know, with cheesecake, how you make like a graham cracker crumb base. That's what I'm trying to make, but with this stuff. And usually you just add like butter to graham cracker and then you kind of push it into a pan, and I'm thinking like that's what I'm gonna do.
That finger will be the death of me. It's always in the way. It's always what the camera's focusing on.
Even if I'm doing my mascara, I'm just like, I'm cooking. This one hand just never knows what to do.
You should put like a little smiley face on it so it can at least be the star of the show.
Maybe that should be my first tattoo.
If it's not your, what is that, index finger, then it's your pinky. Look at that pinky sticking up now.
Shut up, Kevin. I feel like doing it in the pan was a bad idea.
Maybe if you put parchment on top, then it won't stick to it and come
But
up
I put butter on top of that.
Okay, how's that working for you?
Good. Kevin? Oh no! No! Okay, fine. I'll get the parchment. I hate how much you're right sometimes. It's very bothersome. Like, most men are barely right. Kevin's right a lot. He beats the statistics.
That's our next t-shirt. Most men are barely right, but Kevin's right a lot.
Okay, the parchment paper works better. You were right. Again. I don't want it to be too crunchy like a cookie because we want to be able to cut through it. But it does need to be baked a little bit so that we don't hold its shape. But I don't want to have to try to fight it cutting through it when it is baked. So I'm doing like a partial cut now. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this and throw it in the oven for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. I'm just gonna let that set, but if I haven't made it clear in this video yet, I am a big snack lover. Being a foodie, I always love trying new things that are really hard to get. Trying authentic foods from different cultures is one of the things I love most about traveling, but with Boxu, you don't have to fly all the way to Japan to enjoy some unique Japanese snacks. Boxu is a monthly subscription service that delivers premium snacks and teas straight from Japan right to your door. Each month has a new theme, taking you on a gourmet journey through Japan with snacks made by 100-euro family-run businesses for genuine, authentic selections. In this box, you'll also find a cultural booklet that tells you a little bit more about the theme and the details on where they come from and their flavors. The first month, you receive a Seasons of Japan box curated with 4 seasons of what a year of Boxu would taste like. The next month, you receive a monthly theme box, like their Chanjobi birthday theme box to celebrate Boxu's 6th birthday. As you can see, it's packed with staff and subscriber favorites. Personally, I really love their mochi strawberry truffles. They really surprised me because I've never tasted anything quite like that before, but it's kind of like a strawberry marshmallow and like a decadent chocolate truffle made a yummy baby. I can't wait to try out the rest. If you want to try out Boxu, click the link in the description and use my code, the Icing Artist, to get $15 off your first Boxu order. While that bakes, I'm gonna do my cream cheese layer. So I'm gonna do like a non-baked cream cheese, but a chocolate version with the Whip It chocolate. I'm gonna whip up my whipping cream, fold that in with my cocoa powder, then whip up my cream cheese and my sugar together and my melted chocolate and fold everything together. If you guys haven't already, if you could please give this video a thumbs up, it really helps the video. And don't forget to subscribe. We're really trying to get to 5 million subscribers. Like Kevin's previous suggestion, I'm gonna put it in a piping bag this time. Now I have every layer in front of me that we've made with all of the different things, and I'm a little nervous. At this point, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I gotta pop these out first, and these feel really rock hard. They've been freezing all day, so I feel good about them.
Well, that's going everywhere.
Don't say that.
That's going full on. It's gonna hit the ceiling.
Well,
Those
that's
look like a little strawberry.
That's adorable. Those hold their shape perfectly well, and they look like cute little strawberries. I'm pretty happy right now. I'm gonna put some of this chocolate cheesecake layer into the bottom, hoping there's not a bunch of air holes in it because you're gonna see that in the final glaze. Then I'm gonna take my little strawberry mousse shape, center it, push it down. I start whispering and getting nervous. Is there enough room for all of it? If I really push it in, there is. Like, that works. I think I'm happy. I think I'm just gonna do the rest and pop in the freezer and hold my breath until I come out. Is day 2 and my hair is now really pink because I just got it done this morning. By the way, do you guys like me with purple hair or pink hair or like the combination? Let me know in the comments. But these have been freezing overnight, so they are rock hard. I want to pop one out before I do the mirror glaze because if there's any divots in it, I want to know at this stage so that way I could maybe patch them up with the other cheesecake kind of filling because I kept some of that so I could patch up if I needed to. Oh no. Oh no. Crap. So it looks like it like stuck all to the edges. I would have thought that like the mousse, it would just pop out like really clean. So if I put a mirror glaze on top of that, that's gonna be a mess because you're gonna see every single little crevice. Well, this seems like the perfect time to mention the launch of my Baking Made with Love and Anxiety shirt. So many of you guys wanted to see it, so we actually made it. You guys can get it in the pinned comment down below, but it's only available for a limited time, so when it's gone, it's gone. Don't sleep on it. Now back to me baking with anxiety. All right, I'm feeling a lot better. I popped out all of the little cheesecake molds and I tried to smooth them a little bit. I ended up popping them back in the freezer for a bit and then taking them back out and with like a hot knife that I dipped in water, smooth them out a bit more. I'm hoping it'll be good enough for the mirror glaze. So for that, I've never made one before. The trends like came and went. I never got a chance to actually try it. but I still think it's a cool technique and it'd be good for this. So I'm adding my water and my sugar to a pot, and then I'm supposed to just let it simmer a little bit and heat up. In the meantime, I'm gonna bloom my gelatin, and then it just says add my sweetened condensed milk to my white chocolate. I'm using Liz from the Sugar Geek Show recipe. Seems pretty good. I've had her recipes before and they've worked out well, so fingers crossed. So it's simmering, taking it off the heat, and I'm gonna add my bloomed gelatin to that. Apparently I'm just supposed to mix it together until the gelatin's fully dissolved. Okay, that's all melted, and then it just says pour this over my chocolate, and the heat of the sugar, water, and gelatin is then supposed to help melt the chocolate. I let that melt for like 5 minutes, and I'm just supposed to whisk it up. And then I can add in all of my colors and some white to make it like not transparent. And then just let it set until it's 90 degrees exactly, apparently. So it's not too thin and not too thick, so that way I can pour it over my cakes and then hold my breath and hope that it doesn't mess up. I did strain it so there's no lumps in it, but before it cools down too much, I wanna get my colors ready. Because everything on the inside is strawberry kind of flavored and themed, I'm thinking pink. I kind of wanna do 2 shades of pink and kind of marble them together.
Very on theme with your hair.
Yeah, everything is pink right now. Right, they're still pretty rough. You can see these ones, that was like the first time smoothing it without doing the hot knife technique, and this is the second time smoothing it, so it's definitely an improvement. I do not trust myself to not make a mess, so we're gonna do it in a tray. I'm nervous. It looks pretty smooth, but it is, I think, too thin. I've poured it on like 3 more times and let this cool down another 10 degrees, so it's 80 degrees now. The color is beautiful. I can't really see all the flaws that I made trying to squish all the cheesecakes out of the mold. Thank God. I mean, 5 recipes, 1 little tiny dessert, something's all that gotta happen. No!
What were you just saying? It's a cool design. It's got like a cool crest in it.
Life is just like, let's just throw 1 more at her, it'll be funny. I think I'm gonna try to do like a marbled kind of pour on it then, and then maybe like some of that color, and then maybe like back with this color. I've seen people do it where they put like both colors in 1 jug and then pour it from the jug. I feel like that would have given me a better marbled look. So why don't I try putting the 2 colors in 1 cup, lightly marble it, and pour that, because that's the 3rd technique. I will say, since this is my first time doing the mirror glaze, I feel like there's a lot more perfecting I can do, but considering that we started with snacks, like just grocery store snacks, like let's remember where we started on this. Does it look as cool on your end as it looks on my end?
It looks really cool.
It looks really cool. Can we just leave them there and take a picture of it? I don't want to touch them.
Oh boy.
Don't do that.
Oh boy.
Stop it.
That is very tippy.
So points for it not falling. Okay, finishing touches. All right, let's go. Ready? Please be pretty. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Okay, you can actually see all the layers. If I had an extra hour, I'd probably put it back in the freezer. It'd be a little bit more chilled and it would cut a little bit nicer. But at the same time, you can see the layers. Okay, I'm really happy. I don't know how we started with a fruit by the foot and the whippets and the cracker, and we ended up with this, especially that one. Oh my God. Okay, can we try all 5 layers of this? I think that is the best tasting dessert I've ever made. That is delicious. I mean, you've got the texture with a little bit of crunch of the cracker. You've got the tartness with the compote that just melts in your mouth, that really helps balance everything else. It doesn't taste like fruit by the foot. It just tastes like tart and sour and just has a really nice balance of flavor. The mousse almost tastes like a strawberry milkshake with like the cream cheese. It's just like all of it together is so well balanced. Worth it. So worth it. I mean, not worth it, but like worth it. Let me know down below how you guys think I did, and if you want me to do more this to that type videos. I haven't done a wedding cake in a while, so maybe that could be fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much again for watching, and thanks to Box 2 again for sponsoring this video. You guys can click the link in the description box below and get $15 off your first Box 2 order using code TheIcingArtist. Love you guys.